Should we start now? First of all, good morning to everyone. And before we start the class, we face our face to the Mawaka or the big hall for the big Buddhas and chanting together. Pay homage to the triple gem. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhaṃ Bhagavantem Abhivademi Sawakkato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namassami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅkhaṃ Namami Hannamayang Buddhassa Bhagavato Bhagavāganamakaраṃ Karomase Montassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Sadhu. Sit down, please. First of all, congratulations for the orientation for last week. I was so lucky because usually they're not exactly perform on Monday. And these years, these semesters, the departments perform on Monday. Then I was be able to come and chair for the orientation. Congratulations to everyone. And I have seen all the performing about the cultures from different parts of the world, mean our different country and different nationalities or different cultures are performing. I got opportunity to watch that. Thank you very much. It's very nice and very powerful. And congratulations for all the nation who still perform all the cultures. I was learned from one of the professor. His name is Professor Dr.Saen Chadaram. We were the student together in India. He was a senior student. He is already retired from the Sri Raj Hospital. Due to he was retired, but they didn't let him go. Mean he's still acting as a doctor, like a specialist or expertise who still perform and acting in the hospital, on the specialist on the cardiologies. And then some semesters he admit himself almost the last of his life studying more than 10 years in India. I also was a student there, and I got opportunity to take care of him because we lived the room nearby, and he is the most senior. We not accept him as a student, we accept him as our grandfather, our grandfather. Because he is a doctor, he took care of all the monks who were studying in Banaras Hindu University. Not just only for students, he also were taking care most of the staff of the university, of the Banaras Hindu University. Some of the professors, some of the relatives of the professors who been concerned to our, we call Senkupta Lodge, mean the lodge that offered by the university for all the Thai students. Most of them are monks, very much like a campus, very much like a temple. Then most of the monks lived there. Due to I was a monk for first 3 years. When I disrobed from the monk, I still studying in the Banaras Hindu University, and I also still live in that Senkupta Lodge. And then I got opportunities, only a few, or could say that only one layman who lived in the campus with the monk. Most of the Thai students, they live in the international hostel. We call hostel. We will not call lodge for the international student. And he took care of all of us. And even though like advisors and counselors to all of the Thai students, he said one word, it's still roaming in my mind, No matter that you belong to any tribe or dialect, if you are lost from your country, no matter where will you live, where do you live, no matter which country, but if you are still performing part of your cultures, mean you are still independent. Mean the most correctly, the most sincere and the most significant for the independent mean you are still performing from the original cultures. Even the countries may be ruled or may be taken over by the other countries, but you still have the right, you still have the opportunity to perform your cultures. That means you are independent, means you are freedom. That's the true freedom. The same like we are studying about Buddhism. Okay? When we are studying about Buddhism, even we have depend on when we live in one countries or any country, if we are not free from all defilement, we are still be a slave of defilement. Mean we are not independent. Mean we are not free from all the kangas. You know the kangas? The same word, synonym of the defilements. You know the defilements? Defilement means all part of the kilesa. You know kilesa, right? Kilesas in Pali. But they translate into English as the defilement or as the kangas or as the delusion. Any parts of the translation to English, maybe properly translation or maybe not properly translation. It depends on the knowledge of those who have translated from one language to another language. Maybe 100% or maybe 90% or maybe 80%, up to 50 or 40%. It depends on the intellectual of the translators in those days. Nothing to guarantee. Because of that, we are learning Pali. This, I could assume that is our second introduction for the Pali one, because I supposed to be put on the Pali one for the introductions on the second part for last week or last Monday, but due to last Monday we have performed for the orientation, then we could not run our class. And I also may take your opportunity for the next Monday to take off on site, but I will take the class online, okay? Due to the next Monday, I have been engaging with the performing of the practicing in Dhamma. We have the Dhamma course, training for the trainer, mean train one who going to be the masters of Vipassana in our Buddhist Association of Thailand, but I will put online, okay? I will put online, but in the morning, the program, it could not, in the mornings only. It will be the last day on Monday, because the day on Monday, 27, it will be the last day for performing. It starts from 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. Due to the Buddhist Association of Thailand, we have been engaging from the National Assembly for the Thai Parliament have been issued one of the projects that motivating and cultivating Thailand as a world meditation center. On the year 2557 to 2562, that for the first term for the government of General Prayut Chan-o-cha, we call the first year of the coup, and the Committee on Religion have issued one of the project that motivating and cultivating Thailand as a world meditation centers. Sorry if today I will put a little bit about this, because it's a part of introduction, and to let you know that why I take this significance of the project to be one of the significant project for the world, not just only one myself, but due to the National Assembly of the Thai Parliament have been issued this project, not because of the Thailand is only the country is Buddhism, but due to Thailand have performing the trends of the cultures since the King Ashoka have been introduced Buddhism into this Suvarnabhumi. And since the King Ashoka introduced Buddhism to this region, doesn't mean that only Thailand. This region called Suvarnabhumi means since from the Bengal, Myanmar, Thailand, and up to the ocean in China or in Vietnam or in Cambodia. Mean this part are Suvarnabhumi. But due to this part of the Suvarnabhumi continuously performing, continuously accepting Buddhism as the part of the culture, mean developing Buddhism from the way of life first. After introduce Buddhism into the way of life of the people in this region, and developing from the way of life into cultures. Mean after Buddhist monk is motivated by the King Ashoka, sending the first group of the missionary from India, were named Prasona and Prauttara, is the first two leaders to this region. And according to our studying and scholars' research, these regions already influenced by the Indian mythology. You know mythology? Indian mythology means the way of life from India. But those days is may call Brahmanism. Those days may call Brahmanism. And later on, mixing to the local in this region, no matter north, east, south, or west of Thailand, or even Myanmar, or even some part of China. Because those days, boundary is not limit. Mean only sometime this region powerful by the leaders or the kingdom, then is strong power. But someday these regions are not so strong, or maybe it's not too much unity, then lost the power. It's changed from this region to another regions, and then, but since King Ashoka was introduced into this region, what is the evidence of proving and research? This part of Thailand is found by we call the Thai or Siam, since Sukhothai in 18 Buddhist era. And those days are very strong and very powerful. Every part of the culture, the most of the evidence that to prove the part of the Sukhothai is powerful, usually already performing before that, maybe like Chiang San or Chiang Rung or another part of the Myanmar. Very strong and very pretty cultures. Welcome. And when the Thai Sukhothai was found, or Sukhothai had found as a kingdom of Siam, the evidence of the Buddha, you know, the evidence of the big Buddhas and made of gold, almost 99%, is still be evidence in Bangkok, central Bangkok, in Yaowarat, the Chinatown. We call Wat Trai. Have anyone been to Wat Trai? That Buddhas made of gold, more than 5 tons, mean more than 5,000 kilograms made of gold. And the Buddhas is not completely one part or one piece, not only one piece, but many pieces made and reconnect. That to prove about the very pretty cultures, mean developed from the period of the Thai citizen in Siam in that day. The peoples are happy. The peoples are peaceful living. And that to prove about the Buddhas made in those periods. And not just only made of the bronze or irons or anything, but made of gold, to prove that this part is the central of the Suvarnabhumi. Suvarnabhumi means the land of gold. That to prove. Maybe other part of the region, maybe Sitsong Panna, or maybe Vietnam, maybe Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, also the part of the gold of Suvarnabhumi. But due to the proof of the big Buddha in Wat Pyramid, that to prove one of the evidence that the people in that day, very, very nice way of life. That means to prove the cultures is very, very peak of the culture. When Ayutthaya was defeated by the Alampaya and most of the Buddha, and very, very pretty clever of those days, the king leaders or the official leaders, they are afraid of gold may be damaged by the war. They plaster with the cement or with the other item. And the people, most of these people in this region, respect to the Buddha, no dare to crack or to knock down the stone Buddha, no matter how ugly the Buddha, how ugly is the Buddha is, or the image of the Buddha, or the statues of the Buddha, no one dare to crack down or to hunt down, but except the delusions or the lobha or the greedies of the leader. If they found the gold, they won't find the Buddha. They won't find the Buddha. They found only the gold. And the greedy may take over. Those greedy men or greedy leaders, they take out the gold. But due to the pretty clever of the officials in that day, we still have the pretty Buddhas made of gold left for all world to prove that how the people in those days lived very, very peaceful life. This to prove about the cultures. And when I have been admitted into the orientation performing on last Monday, I was thinking that, oh, it is true for the honored Professor Dr.Saen Chadaram. He have said that any part of the people around the world may not be able to take care of one own land, but they take care one own cultures. When they take care of one own cultures pretty well, mean they take care their own nationalities. Even though they lost the land, the homeland, may live in other country. For many, many peoples in this country belong to the dialect. Dialect means they used to be powerful in some day, but when they lost the power, they become not a major people in that land. They become a minor, minor, small group of the people. But the way of life still performing, the way of life still going on. The same thing in this moment, we are studying about Pali. The Pali may lost the majors in India, right? The majors Buddhism in India was prosperities when the Lord Buddha has been announces or propagating Buddhism all over India. But only some days, when the Buddha passed away, not less than 500 years, even less than 500 years when the King Ashoka passed away. The monarchy, it belonged to the Brahminist family, mean the Brahminist officers taken over India those days. And even more crucially, mean cruel, the officers have announced that if they found the monk anywhere, behead the head monk. You know, behead mean cut off, kill the monk all over India, bring the head of the monk and get the money from the kingdom. You see, it depends on the greedy of the leaders. It's not because of the religion. The leaders taken over by greedy, by lust, by delusion, anything, no matter how good religion is, but when the defilement taken over, they can do any bad thing. No one can stop them. But anyway, Buddhism still recover because the Brahminist king not taken over all India, but only some kingdom, mean like small kingdom. Like Thailand, we have Ayutthaya, we have Lopburi, we have Chiang Mai, like this. Maybe the Brahminist king taken over some of the city, but not all India. Later on, another king like Kanishaka, stronger than King Ashoka, but not compared to the stronger, but could be maybe more compromise and recover Buddhism back again. And it be the second emperor in Buddhism we call Kanishaka. And he is very powerful and Buddhism very prosperity. Because of that we have Sankarajans and other great monks translate, like a commentator from Sri Lanka, and we translate into Pali, and then many Chataka have been translated into Pali and then become a textbook of many countries. For example, like most of the Theravada Buddhism or Theravada school in Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, some part of India, some part of other part of the world right now, or even Sri Lanka, still be the Theravada school. We still learn the same historical background in Pali. We were very lucky that the Pali take care teachings of Buddha. It still remain up to this day for us to study. For the second introduction to Pali 1, I would like to motivate and cultivate. You know, motivate, like inspiring, right? And you know, cultivate. Cultivate means when I talk to you, it's inspiring happen in you, mean in your mind. When you think again and again about what I have been motivated or what I have been said, some word, then you think again, rethink again on the part of the Eightfold Noble Path. For example, like the Eightfold Noble Path, you may start from the right view. If you are starting on the right view, then you know exactly what they are as they are. Then you are confident in teachings of Buddha. we call the right view. There are composes, there are some part of the minor of the right view. The right view is the major, but not just only major right view. The commentators or the masters who explain more about what is the Sammaditthi. If you have opportunity to study about the Sammaditthi Sutta, have you ever heard about this? Sammaditthi Sutta. More than 40 or 73 topic about the wisdom. About the wisdom, mean the definitions of the wisdom. If we see about the wisdom only, if anyone who is clever, that means wisdom. Or if anyone who can take care one own life and family life, that's a part of the wisdom. But the wisdom, according to the Sammaditthi or the right view, there are more than 73 minor of the definition of the right view. If you have opportunity, you may find out on the Tipitaka, search for the Sammaditthi Sutta. Then you will see exactly how excellent is explained by the Venerable Sariputta. Explained by the Venerable Sariputta, how excellent. The Lord Buddha may say the right view, but then the question is taken when the monk coming to visit the Jetavana Mahavihara. Then the Venerable Sariputta, the most Venerable Sariputta, asked the other monks that, all my dear monk, and Sammaditthi, do you know what is the definitions of the Sammaditthi? Then those monks say that, sir, we are coming from very far. We come here because we expect to listen from you. How could you explain for us? We will listen that. When we listen that, we will remember that. When we remember that, we will practice that. Then the Venerable Sariputta said about definitions of the Sammaditthi Sutta. If I have opportunity, I may take some part and show you. But due to today, I would like to be the last day of the introductions of our Paliwan. I would like to give you in brief to finish for the second introduction, and then we will start for the Paliwan. But the Paliwan I have already given you on the line. I'm not sure for this room, in the big group lines are not the same. I have put that on Satipatthana Sutta. You've been, right? Have you ever seen that? I put in Pali in Roman script. Why do we have to learn in Roman script? Because Roman script now is world well known. World well known. The Pali may be translated into Thai script. The Pali may translate into Vietnamese script or Myanmar script or Hindi or Sanskrit, we call Devanagari script, or in Sri Lanka, I'm not sure in Sri Lanka they use the Devanagari script or not. But it still limit only region. But Roman script, the world recognize. The officials of Thai or the Thai monarchy have been publishing the Roman script and distribute to all significant libraries over the world. That means now I have already mentioned about the previous Pali one introduction about now many non-Buddhist countries chanting in Pali. And I have seen a lot in the Thai television. Sometimes they visit Thailand and they show for chanting in the Thai television. You know, and some of them shows, many of them have been share and show and chanting together in the Thai Buddhist temple. That means we are chanting almost the same tone. But some other country made different tone. Like I have listened from Myanmar a little bit different. But now even in Thailand have many tone of chanting. Some of the tone of the chanting I have never learned, but what I have listening for this day, the monk chanting is very nice. And even some of the Pali, the musicians in India have been reproduced into music. The most pretty and the most well-known in India, they chant in Dhammacakka Kappawattana Sutta. I like very much. When I distrode from the monkhood, I took that cassette from India. I've been moderators on televisions and radio, and I always put that chanting for my, like we call interlude, or introduce into my moderator. Like it's not the Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, that another song. Like this song we call Dharma Chakra, or in Pali you call Dhamma Chakra song. It's very nice to hear that. You know, when I was studying in India, when I was serious, very curious, very unable to solve any thinking in my mind, I always turn on my cassette and listening and chanting the song together with the musician. When I chant together, all my suffers, all my furious, all my curious in my mind disappear, you know. Maybe because I learned Pali when I was a monk or not, I'm not sure. But I never make research that how the people who never learn Pali and they listen this song, how do they feel? I never make interview anyone. But whomever I have given them, most of them like this song, you know, like this song. That means I want to prove that the Pali, it will be the worldwide language. But I'm not sure that I have learned from somewhere. Some of the scholars have been said that Pali have been the language that can communicate into three worlds. You know, three worlds? Not world of Thailand and world of USA or world of the Europe. No. Three worlds mean the hell Rome in Tao Te also use the Pali. And the human being Rome or the planet now use the Pali. And even the god Rome from the Chatulokapala up to the Mahabrahmin, they use the Pali. This to guarantee that, but I'm not sure, these commentators or from where I have taken this, I forgot already. But I have learned from, during I made the research for my PhD, because my topic for my PhD about the recent trends in Buddhism in India and Thailand. But when I made this topic, I have to make research. I have to make research Thailand and India. But I could not neglect for the other country. Like when I talk about the 9 missionaries of the King Ashoka, I have to follow all the mission of the King Ashoka have been introduced Buddhism too. When I learn about the 9 way of the missionary of the King Ashoka, into modern day, the missionaries in Thailand been introduced Buddhism all over just United States of America alone, more than 100,000 temples already now. And then how about Europe? And how about the other parts of the world now? Thai Buddhist missionaries already go over the global. That means the Buddhism go almost every part of the world, not just only Thai Buddhist monk, Myanmar too, Sri Lanka too, even the Cambodian monks too, Lao monks too, even the Vietnamese monks too, even the Chinese monk too, go all over the world. That means to prove, to guarantee that you learn Pali, but you must learn in English, okay? You must learn in English, not just only your dialect. You never forget your dialect. Mean your local language, you never forget. But due to you are the scholars in Buddhism, especially in MCU, you are going to be the next generation who are going to give the knowledge of Buddhism to the world. Who knows, maybe one of you will be the great masters in the future. Or at least, if you are not that great, you may be one of the leaders of the family, or maybe your community, or maybe your office your office campus, or your office department. Because of that, the Pali need to learn in the international language. When you got in English language in the future, you may develop yourself into other language. For example, maybe not, you may not expert other language beyond the English, but you may have a friend who may come from China, who may come from Europe. They are expert in English. They can make interchange from you, from English, translate into the local language. This part will be the great role for all of you who are learning to be the scholars in Buddhism. Maybe not the great scholars, but just to protect yourself, to protect your family, to protect your communities, to protect your countries, at least to preserve your culture, mean your way of life. When you are preserve the cultures, mean developing from your way of life, that preserve the most wonderful teachings of Lord Buddha. That could say that it's very, very helpful to everyone who may have opportunity to study about Pali. When you are confident about the Pali right now, then you are confident what you are studying now. And I'm not sure I talk about how to develop your English. during you are studying. I'm not sure that I have mentioned yet. The first of all, when you are listening, don't try to listen my English and translate into your local. Okay? When you are listening my English, trying to understand in English. Okay? Don't translate from English into your local and then translate from local into English. That is not the proper way. Because you lost your power. The same thing like our mind, according to the Abhidhamma. Now, I could say that I'm the most lucky man, I could say that. From the jungle boy, from a jungle boy, from the hunter boy to hunter man, and become a novice. Was not be able to read and write. Was not be able to divide good and bad. Good and bad according to the teachings of Buddha. I knew good and bad only okay, not stealing other belonging, okay. But I don't have the capacities to make differentiate between killing the other animal or is a sin. I was not be able to make the difference. What is the sin? That is a sin. Sin, I was 16 years old, then I ordained to become a novice. I learned the teachings of Lord Buddhas. Then I think in myself, my goodness, how cruel I am. How cruel I am, but it's too late. I've been hunting since I was a child, up to 16 years old. That is the obstacle to block me from advancing in practicing in Buddhism. I didn't know from the beginning, because by lucky, I could say that by my lucky, to get opportunity to learn the teaching of Lord Buddha, and then I was very lucky to think in the right way. Before I disrobe to become a layman, I bet to go to Parivasagama and purify myself. If I make any mistake during I was a novice, I disrobe to become a layman, then no sin I were done during I was a novice. That could be the right view. Then I got opportunity to practice. And then I got deeper into meditation. But due to I just learned only 3 months about Ittipiti, Manomayiti, Tippasota, all these words in Pali. But it's down in my mind, but I could clear it from my mind because of the meditation. But I could not get the right master. I could not get the right master to carry on my practicing from the stuck in deep meditation and going to the right, properly practicing. Because of that, my obstacle when I was a hunter, when I was the cruel boy without knowledge, killing the others is the sin. I didn't understand that. But they came to me and blocked me to get opportunity to develop more. But due to my greedy is more than my power. My greedy is more than my energy. I put a lot of energies on greedies, mean I once again. I knew how to get there. I knew how to practice there. But I never think that I could find the great masters who could carry on from my stucking in this hole, in this whale. No, I could not think about that. I think only, I know. Then that's my greedy. 16 years old up to 37 years old, I was introduced to study in India. Then my mind is coming again, big greedy. Big greedy. Most of the Buddhists think, wow, we go to the Holy Land, that's so powerful. That could help me get again this meditation. But when I reached there, I went to every place. But my greed is still bigger than my energies and bigger than my knowledge. Since I was 37 years old, I disrobed from the monk because I could not get scholarship study. And during that day, I already joined for the PhD. I knew because I've been helping a lot of tourist agency, even I was a monk. Because I've been trained by my teachers. Now he is almost Somdet in Thailand. Tell us how to lead the group, lead the lay people to chant for the pilgrimage. Then I was insulted by some of the media. I don't want to say again what is the word that mentioned, but I could say only insult. And those days I was furious too, because my mind is still greedy. Greedy and ego. Greedy and ego. How difficult to be a layman and study. I could find myself money and study by myself. But when I disrobe, then the first group I have opportunity to take care. The most venerable Somdet Praputa Kosajan. He's not the leader of the group, but due to his disciple, the professor Dr.Saen Chadaram, he's the student of the professor Dr.Saen Chadaram. He collects all the Buddhist faith from Sri Raj Hospital, and they want to visit to the holy place of Lord Buddha. And then they invite the most venerable Somdet. Those days his name is Prathamapidok. Those days he already award from the United Nations that he is the award for the peace studying from the United Nations. And I was a first lay student for first year. And due to the agency that my friend ran the agencies in Varanasi in India, he asked me, Saen, come and help. Then I helped them and be the moderators, explain the guide tour in those days. And then we have interchange. Interchange means everyone have to come out and say what is your obstacle, what is your experience like this exchange. Then I came to know that someone said, hey Saen, why didn't you change your way of practicing? I've been studying 16 years old up to 37 years old. I never heard anyone say this. Hey Saen, change. Maybe you are stuck. Change the way from meditation only, then you come to vipassana. That only the first remark in my mind. When I came back to Thailand, then I joined one of the place in Thailand for the Youth Buddhist Foundation in Thailand. Then I practiced. Since those days up to today, I've been lifting myself from that stuff. And I knew that because of this, I've been the staff of the motivating and cultivating Thailand as a World Meditation Center. I don't want anymore to stop as I was. If I have opportunity, I would give my experience, I would give my specialists to motivate, to cultivate, to help, to inspire the people, not to stop with that. But it depends on who were concerned. We could not help to everyone. Why did I say this? Not just only for us, even the Lord Buddha himself, he could not help when he was a prince, his father-in-law. You remember his father-in-law? The Prince Siddhartha. His father-in-law, Supa Buddha. His name is Supa Buddha. Father is Suttotana, right? His father-in-law is Sukkotana. Suttotana, his father. Sukkotana, his father-in-law. The fathers of Princess Yasodhara or Pimpa, right? And his brother, her brother. Who is her brother? Devadatta. Thank you. Devadatta. Even the Lord Buddha from Prince Siddhartha become Buddha, but he could not help these two, Sukkotana and Devadatta, from stucking into the bad activities. The same thing, it depends on your luck. We could not say luck. Depend on your previous merit. If you have been collecting again and again about the motivating, cultivating, developing in meditation, you will find the right and proper solution in the future. The same like I was, but due to my bad activities when I was childhood up to 16 years old, or maybe previous life, I have been done a lot bad activity. I don't know about it, but I knew this life blocked me from the opportunity. I have been suffer 16 years old up to 37 years old. When I got opportunity to be in the staff of the issue for project of motivating and cultivating Thailand as a World Meditation Center, then I was thinking that, wow, this name is great. Why have to be Thailand? Why have to be Thailand? Why not Myanmar? Why not Sri Lanka? Why not Cambodia? Why not Laos? Those countries almost the same to Thailand. But when I was studying and research more, some of them lost many cultures. For example, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has almost transferred Buddhism from Ayutthaya, and some from Myanmar, from Raman, from Mon. But due to Sri Lankan, only one novice left. No monk could not ordain to become a new communities of the Sangha, to invite in Ayutthaya and Myanmar and back to Sri Lanka. But before that, how suffered Sri Lanka was. Sri Lankan monk studying about Tipitaka have to run escaping from the hunter because slaughter from other belief, some from the ruler, some from the other belief. The monk have to escape almost every day Some day live another jungle. Some day live another jungle. Have to take care of their life to study about Buddhism. Could not collect the monk all to make and ordain the novice. We have to invite from Thailand, from Myanmar, from other country. Even the one of laws, the monk could not go for alms, go for alms. If you live in a campus or live in a temple, you go for alms in Thailand, the people still offer food. That means one of the part of the cultures in Buddhist way of life. But in Sri Lanka, trying to bring this culture back to Sri Lanka cannot. Very difficult. Or if you go to other country, if you do that outside of the temple, you'll be arrested because they're not allowed for the baker. They're not allowed because they think that you are a baker or the monk is a baker to ask for the other people. But in Sri Lanka too, they could not perform because they have to escape from the hunter, from the slaughter. Then the Buddhist, the follower, the Buddhist devotees have to bring the food and to offer some other place not go for alms. Because of that, this culture is lost from Sri Lanka. Even up to today, cannot bring back. Some temple tried to do, but the people still not be able to recover this culture back to Sri Lanka. Not just only in Thailand, or not just only in Sri Lanka. Even in Europe, they can do only some place, not every place. But now, only some places are acceptable. But to create the cultures according to the way of life of the monk, it's not just only a few days. It's 100 years to continuously perform for that. The same thing. Because of this, Thailand never colonized by other country. Only someday we may defeat by the Along Paya for a few weeks, a few months, then we will feed back, then nothing to lose the cultures, only lost some of the power. Because of this, maybe because of this, United Nations have been rewarded the significant persons of Thai Buddhist monk. The first, Luang Pu Man, he is the authenticity who practicing according to the traditional performing Theravada school in Thailand. His disciple now all over the world. สมเด็จพระมหาสมณเจ้ากรมพระยาวชิรยานวโรรส He is the royal family, monarchy family ordained to become a monk. He is the supreme patriarch, and he knew the world is build up the new system of the studying, and he got experience from his monarchy, the fifth King Rama V, and then he set up the school of the studying in Naktam, in Pali, or even up to Mahamakut and Mahachulalongkorn Ratchavidyalaya. Because of the monarchy, then he got announced by the United Nations too. The third one of the significant persons of the United Nations, Luangพ่อพุทธทาส He is open for every religion, no matter from what belief you are. You can walk in and discussing and talking the Dhamma and practicing the Dhamma in Suan Mok Kapalaram. He is recognized by all the united people of the world. And he is one of the third one of the fourth. And the fourth one, the last one, พระธรรมปิฎก or now พระสมเด็จพระพุทธโฆษาจารย์ he is also awarded by the United Nations for the significant person who recognized by the United Nations. Maybe some of these significant, I think, is wanted to tell Thai people that we have to stand up and stand for this and keep this significant to the world. But not just only Thailand alone, all the Buddhist countries have to repay back to the King Ashoka, have been done after 238 years after pass away of Lord Buddha. King Ashoka was sending the missionary to this region, and now 2569, or we could say that a new third millennium, or the thousand of the three, because according to the commentator have mentioned that Buddhism could stand about 5,000 years, but this only commentator have been said. But if I wanted to prove one, the Lord Buddha himself said that if the monk or if the Buddhists still practice in Eightfold Noble Path, the noble monk, the noble Sangha, the more noble Buddhists never fade away from this planet. That means this idea or this commentator say that 5,000 years Buddhism could stand for the world. But I think the most correct is if any practitioner still follow Eightfold Noble Path, the noble monk, the noble lay people, the noble people still exist. I believe this. I believe this. Okay, now it become like a 10:20. I would like to hand this book for the leaders of the room. The leader of the room coming to check the name. The leader of the room. I'm not sure. Could you check for me? I put the date here already. Okay. Not that this for the month is up to here. Yeah. Up to here. Okay, during the leader may check the name. If your friend have to go somewhere, inform the leaders of the rooms, okay? I will give this opportunity to the leader of the room. Marks the correct to everyone who concerned to you, or if you know your friend could not inform to the leader, your friend tell you that please mark this for me, okay, I let you done that. Today for the second introduction to Pali 1, I think I will finish for the introduction, and the next day we will go for the Pali study. And I would like to give you one of the technique. I'm not sure I give to the other room already. If you want to be fluently speaking in English, okay? If you want to be fluently speaking in English, due to I found a tutor school for almost more than 10 years, I got the copyright for my book, but I never publishing and sell. But due to I was introduced by my student. My student was a very high officer in the Thai government, and before he finished, because he studied from the very basic up to the public speaking. And then he recommended me one. He asked me, "Sir, did you make the copyright yet?" I say, "Why do we have to make a copyright?" He said, "No, Ajahn, if you don't make the copyright, this technique, when someone taken, then they claim that this technique it belongs to them. You are not be able to teach. It will belong to someone else. Then I do the copyright. I have done for the copyright. But I never think that I will go to publishing to sell. But I would like to keep this technique to offer to anyone who may need. One of the new technique, there are 5 techniques. The first technique, if you want to be fluently speaking in English, you have to turn on your channel into English. You know channel? When you get to application, it will have like a different application, right? It will have in different application. When have a different application, if you want application is acting, then you have to turn on. The same thing, if you want to be fluently speaking in English, but don't think about correct or not correct, another technique. But the first technique is turn on channel into English. Like I told you, listening, don't try to think in your local language, okay? Don't try to think in another language, then translate into English. That is not the proper. According to the Abhidhamma, it's correct. Abhidhamma say that your mind could accept only one thing in a time. Your mind could not multiple. Your mind could only single, accepting one contact into your mind. But due to the system is so fast, even faster than the sun shining, even faster than the satellite, faster than anything. Like in Tipitaka I mentioned that if anyone who's going to be born, just only like I put my hand like this, I just put this, mean already been born. If you are dying, immediately you will be reborn again, immediately. But only different state of being. If you are born as the God Rome, no need to stay in the womb of mom, immediately. Just this, then turn on, up and down immediately. The same thing, our mind is so fast, even faster than any part of the energy. That means if you are listening, what do you understand? Think it in English. Try to think that words in English. And do explain to yourself in English. Don't do explain into your own local language. Then you will get true experience. Like you don't need to be born again in England. You just born now. Make yourself being born in this channel. Whatever you are going to do. You are sitting, what are you doing? Suppose you are alone. I am sitting. Why am I sitting? During I'm lecturing. I am sitting because I'm listening to Ajahn. What is Ajahn saying? What did Ajahn say? Ajahn said about the Pali one. Today is the second Pali one. What did Ajahn say today? He says about the first technique. How to make fluently in English. The first technique is turn on into channel in English. Whatever are you going to do? You are put your hand on the table, you are stare at to anyone, you are things of anyone, you are take the spoon, you take the food into your mouth. But when you meet to your friend need to talk with them into your local. Just turn on channel into your local. But immediately, when your mindful is coming back, turn on into English. That means 24 hours. Ajahn, you don't let me sleep? Don't you let me sleep? Yeah, when you are sleeping too. When you are sleeping, you are lay down. Breathing in, breathing out in English. Breathing in, breathing out in English. Breathing in, breathing out in English. When you are breathing in and breathing out in English, your mind is intermingled. Your mind is born in England. Your mind is born in USA. Don't worry about England or USA, different tone. But when you are fluently in English already, when you live in England, you will develop, you will adjust as a British. When you live in USA, you will adjust yourself as an American. When you live in Australia, you will adjust yourself as Australian. But the first of all, trying to turn your channel into English. You never forget English. And the same too, you never forget your local language. Because you spend your time, since you were born up to now, you never forget your local. But in English, if you live in USA for 5 years, you come back to Thailand, within 1 year, you will difficult to speak English again. If you are not training by this technical. But if you want to be fluent in any language, turn your channel into that language when you need to develop. Like today, you need English because the first year is the most significant. You will have more opportunity to develop English more than any years. I will give today for first technique, turn on your channel into English. The next day, I will try to give another technique. There are 5 techniques. This technique I give to all my students because when I found a tutor school in Bangkok, in Pranakon, most of my students, they learn a lot about English. Some of them master degree, some of them PhD, some of them, but you know, the most powerful and the most fluently only the children who study in international school. Why? If you speak local language, they fine you maybe 100 baht per one local. Then they dare not to speak the local in the international school. They speak English. Because of that, children speak a lot. When the children speak a lot, the children fluently speaking English very, very fast. Because the natures of the children, they have a friend, the friend motivating, the friend inspiring, the friend cultivating the language. Because of that, they never delay to speak. And the same thing, The one who learn a lot, live other country for many years and come back to Thailand, they forget how to speak English. But when they get this technique, they develop very fast. They develop very fast. And at least they never forget. Don't wait till you meet to foreigner. Okay? Don't wait till you meet to foreigner, then speak English. If you have to wait for the foreigner to speak English, you have never get this opportunity. But when you live alone, I'm sitting. Why am I sitting here? I'm sitting because I'm studying. What are you studying? You could think by yourself. If you can pronounce, okay, pronunciation is okay. If you could not think in your mind, then the first technique, if you do this, your English will be improved within 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months, you will speak English fluently. And don't forget, breathing in and breathing out. This is the most intermingle. You sleep 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, that is developing your English. When you get the dream, you will dream in English. When you are you have dream in English, then you know exactly that how fluently will you speak by yourself. I don't have to say anything. Because if you are intermingled in that way, your English will be fluently by oneself. Okay, any question? I told already about our mark, right? Our mark is 50 marks before final exam. Did I say that yet? I'm not sure. Again, reminding. 50 marks before the final exam. 10 marks attending the class. That means I would like to, all of you checking, even your friend. Some friend asking, today I could not attend your class, I got sick. Please mark for me too. Mark for them, okay? 10 marks, I don't want to cut off.
Next week, our class is online?
Yeah, next week, I would like to request, if you have no class in the morning, you can live in your... Pali 1 have no group? Oh, what should I do? Maybe I make on the Facebook or Google Meet and I invite all of you, or maybe one of you invite all your friends and make the group, everybody in the group line, and then I will make on the Google Meet, okay? Because if in the Google Meet, maybe better, because everybody could attending the class. Okay, 10 marks for the attending, 40 marks for the assignment. First assignment, 20 marks. Second assignment, 20 marks. During you are listening, during you are learning, during you are doing any activity, you get idea, could think of any topic. The assignment, the cover, content, introduction, and running the body of the content, and conclusion, that's all. Okay, any questions? No? Now 10, almost 40. About 2 minutes more, I will let you go about 10:40. Then you have more time to go for lunch. Okay. Okay, checking the names and then. By the way, thank you in advance for the next class. I would like to invite you to join on the. Maybe today we have time enough to take group photo. Do we have enough time to take group photo? Because I want the group photo, I will put on the video. I will edit again on the YouTube, and I put your pictures on the group line as your class. And before we leave the room, maybe we take the group photo first before we leave the room. Okay? I will stop for the class now, and before we stop, we will pray to the triple chain first, and after that, we will take group photo. Okay. Okay, we take leave for the triple chain, and after that, we take group photo. Okay. Fading over there. Okay. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅghang Namami. Okay, take group photo together. What should we stand here or?
Group Fali.
Group. Okay, Pali.